For the weavers, I think it's making us more aware of having to think about the bigger picture of weaving as an art form and keeping them alive, and what museums can do to help that. I don't know of any other museum that has actually tried to fully engage with communities in quite the same way.
Working with Taumata Māori, obviously there's very particular things to keep in mind for each culture, and that's why this project has been really awesome to be able to collaborate with weavers and being able to incorporate that cultural knowledge into the way that we do our jobs.
It actually is just the start of a process of an in-depth engagement with not only whānau, hapu and iwi, but practitioners, because it's the artists, it's the weavers and carvers and tāmoko people that hold the mauri of their art forms. Museums don't necessarily understand the intangible knowledge or mātauranga. They understand how to physically look after things, but it's that cultural knowledge that practitioners have that is important to keep alive.
The name that was given to the group, Māreikura Taumata, I saw that being, I suppose, a good start to what our role as Māreikura within the bigger vision of the project.
We wanted to have a spread of different skill sets, so Māori weavers, artists who work with these resources, people who were used to working in museums, so people who had worked with other museum collections that help to care for our taonga. They represent a larger body of knowledge, both weaving knowledge and the knowledge that they've inherited themselves.
As we've grown together over a number of wānanga and become quite comfortable with each other, the learnings have been truly invaluable.
The thing about Te Awe was it was a wonderful opportunity to debate these things that have been questions for a while, and to listen to each other's point of view, and to know that we've all been heard. There's always going to be different perspectives, depending on what you're valuing most. The technique, the function, the mana, the materials, they all come to play.
The debate has been really, really great. The conversations, working with my colleagues and understanding their perspective and honouring that, I don't perceive to know everything. You cannot know everything. And so to me, this is just the beginning.
I am a traditional weaver within our harakeke weaver, and I've stuck to the traditions that I know that our kuia, and this is why it's so important to me that our kupu is retained.
It's quite a lovely experience actually, and knowing that we are here together and we do value our view of how we view things. It's not necessarily agreeing with one another, but also valuing how we feel about pieces within ourselves.
We are more than curiosities. The ethos of museums, I think, needs to change on how they relate with tangata whenua, the people of the land, and the practitioners. In museology studies, you have an ethical approach. What I'm talking about is a cultural approach and how we look at our taonga.
so humbled by it all. And then to have the team that we have, that is here, understanding all of that. That whole tikanga and that mātauranga that goes with this practice. We really need to give it the integrity that it deserves.
As far as the taonga is concerned, having a connection with them, the taonga are me, I am them. That's how close that connection is. It's like when we say our pepeha, we talk about our maunga, our awa, our marae. It's the same thing. I belong to these taonga as much as these taonga belong to me and everyone else. Within the fabric of how they're woven together, it's also about weaving that connection to io matua kore, to our whenua. Because we had no written language, but this is our language, through the symbols, the tāneko, and everything. Our survival, I am this, and this is me.